All right, I'm here with Tim McKernan, and first of all, I just want to get your thoughts. We're 4 days into the week without Iggy Strode. How do you feel like the week has gone without him being with us?
Well, KG and O-Town, I think you've done a marvelous job. It has been a treat to have you in. You just got a chance to meet the great Tommy Mattern, head of programming here. And so you saw me lobby for you
I did.
to join the program. I would like it to be an addition, not a replacement.
Sure, he's irreplaceable.
He is irreplaceable. Greatest personality in radio. But no, I've enjoyed the week, and I'm happy Iggy gets a week off, and I am really looking forward to his return on Monday, in part because of what is becoming now a full-scale federal investigation into why he cannot go to Jamaica.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you about that. It is well known that Iggy has been lobbying for TMA to be able to take a trip to Jamaica for a long time. Jesse Kiowski finally makes it happen, and now he can't go. What are your thoughts on Iggy not making the trip with the team?
Well, I understand on the timing of the wedding. The wedding does check out, according to my sources in the FBI, but the situation on the 29th, when we would be able to have him fly the next day after the wedding, was what I thought would be the grand solution to the whole thing. And he said he just didn't want to have to deal with it and travel by himself. And at that moment, KG and O-Town, I think the listeners have jumped on that and said something isn't right. And so when Iggy returns to the show on Monday, I have a feeling he's going to lose his mind because the texts are already coming in and he's not even on the show.
And in the words of the great Gabe DeArmond,
Yes.
It's quite obvious that someone is being lied to. Lastly, we're now a week out from the first ever TMA End of the Year Listener Awards. It's a big night coming up at Harpo's in Chesterfield. A lot of great categories, a lot of heavy hitters. What are you looking most forward to about next week?
Well, I'm going to jack 28 guys off behind a dumpster, so that's something that I've always looked forward to doing. So that's a number one, and then a distant second are all the awards. I'm looking forward to the inevitable controversy over the winners, and then I can tell you this. Because as you know, now that you're around us, you see how much we work on teasing, and I'm trying to get better at teasing. There is a special surprise coming up on Thursday, December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield for the TMA Year-End Awards presented by Munganast. That's not even counting like, oh, am I going to jack off 29 guys? No, it's 28, and I'm firm on that. But a special surprise coming up.
Now, does the work that I have put in over the last week, does that disqualify me from the dumpster
No,
play?
no, you are, no. As a matter of fact, it's just me and you in here right now, and I've got my phone, and there's some lighting over there, so I could test my motion.
I would love that.
You know, because I've been sitting on my hand for the last hour during Balloon Party.
And lastly, there's been a lot of talk about snubs. Obviously, Carlos Spicy Wiener. Stunning. Other than Carlos, what other snubs did you notice? Who really took the high hard one on the nominees this year?
I think Caller Ellen is absolutely stunned. She's in the worst caller category. I think that came out of nowhere for her. That was stunning to her. Mr. Licks being in both the best and worst. What a development there. I thought that the nominees, since, we were all involved in a group text, candidly, I checked out of it, but that was only because we had family Santa Claus pictures. And Iggy said you weren't in the meeting yesterday, but Iggy said he didn't follow the group text. So I really don't know how the nominees wound up getting to where they were. I just said, hey guys, Jesse wants us to get the nominees together, so let's go through these categories and come up with the nominees. How Iggy didn't follow it, I don't know. That was said yesterday. And like I said, I had the family Santa Claus pictures, so I wasn't as active on it. But I think we have some nice nominees. I mean, Listener of the Year, I know the Plowhawk is not as high on the Loomster as I think the body of work. I mean, how are you going to look the Loomster in the eye after he wins the Lisa Ann dating game and he goes to the finals of the Fan Page Club Championship and keep him out? But then a guy like yourself, KG and O-Town, and what you've done with the social media and TikTok this year, there are a lot of great choices for these awards. And I'm looking forward to getting intoxicated and then using my hand on 28 lucky gentlemen.
It's going to be a great night next Thursday, December 8th at Harpo's in Chesterfield for the TMA End of the Year Awards. Thank you, Tim, for joining me.
Thank you, KG and O-Town.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, brother.